New year, new video. Here we are, and we're under the influence of wonderful Theraflu. Ooh! But we're going to talk a few subjects here today. We're going to talk PlayStation Network and where they are in 2010. They just updated, and they added all of two UMD titles. Bomberman Land, and Dungeon Explorer. It's the 7th of January. Yeah, Theraflu. Good. Anyways, it's the 7th of January, and they've just updated, and they only added two UMD titles, which I guess maybe they're just a little hungover from that. But let's get back to the stacks of where we were before. They've actually made some good progress. Recently, they added almost all the Metal Gear Solid games that were on there, Portable Ops, Portable Ops Plus. They're just missing Acid and Acid 2. There's a few more that they added on. They added a lot of smaller titles, and they've done a really good job about it. Overall, let's give them like a round of applause or something. They've been doing pretty good. Because check out the stacks right now. Dun dun! Woo! This stack here is titles I own that are on PlayStation Network. This stack here is titles I own that are not on PlayStation Network yet. Congratulations, Sony, you finally caught up. It only took a couple months, right? Like 5, 6, half a year. Half a year of weekly updates, adding like 2 or 3, and they finally caught up. Although they're still missing stuff like Phantasy Star Portable. Even stuff they promised, like Mega Man Powered Up, was supposed to show up on the US PlayStation Network, didn't show up. Still hasn't shown up. Great game, needs to be on there. Square Enix has been really bad about like supporting PlayStation Network. Here's Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2. Titles like Star Ocean 1 and Star Ocean 2. And then, of course, other companies haven't been too good about it either. Like, here's still Popolo Croy, which is still not on there. DJ Max Fever, which should be, but isn't. Capcom put some of their stuff, but not Harvey Birdman, which I think they should. It's a pretty decent little game. And it'd make a better downloadable title. Wise, not yet. We got Coded Arms, but not Coded Arms Contingent. We'll wait. This one will most likely show up on there. They've got time. Other ones like Squad Commander or Every Extend Extra, SSX Tricky, the original Bomberman that came out for the PSP, not the minigame fest that recently came out. Metal Gear Acid, Metal Gear Acid 2, and a couple other things like Valkyrie Profile. We found out some bad news about Lumens. Looks like Lumens 2 will probably never end up on PlayStation Network. So if you own the UMDs, this is the only way you're going to do that. PlayStation Portable Go owners, maybe they'll put out something later on that's Lumens so you can play it, but right now, not looking too good. Of course, the Legend of Heroes series, Actual Buzz. Let's see. A few other things like Trackspad or the Title Legends series. There's quite a few things that they can add, like Atari Classics would be kind of nice. The original Tekken Dark Resurrection that was on PSP. Got Tekken 6, but not the original Tekken. Yeah, overall, they're getting better. They're getting quite a bit better. They just have a little bit of ways to go. I think they'll probably, by the end of this year, be caught up with just only a few items missing from their particular set. Anyways, what we're going to go ahead and talk about now is PlayStation Network and video. Anyway, what they've been doing in the past is they used to sell UMD copies of stuff. They still do. Like District 9 is on UMD. Twilight's on UMD. New Moon will be out on UMD. Food Incorporated, if I remember correctly, has a UMD release. Quite a few things have UMD releases nowadays, and they've actually done a resurgence on the brand, which is kind of cool. They've also added more support into the store. I mean, you can get day and date movies on there from their video store, and of course they also have their comics reader, which is kind of nice that they've added recently, and downloadable tiles that were never on UMD. They've been doing pretty good about that, including stuff like Pixel Junk Monsters and such. Although I think Pixel Junk Monsters also has a UMD release. Yeah. And even stuff like Holy Invasion of Privacy Badman has a UMD release in Japan and will have a UMD release with its sequel in the United States later this year. So people who just want to own something on UMD, it's they're still supporting it, which is good. Personally, I think that both formats can coexist. I like the option of being able to buy something on UMD and being able to buy it on downloadable content. Personally, I like downloadable content, and especially with stuff like Brave Story or Gurumin, downloadable content has its place. It just should be as a way of supplementing physical media. Because like with some stuff, like say Sega Genesis Collection, I'm so glad they finally put that on there. There is no real change between loading, because I've got 3,000 unit here, and 3,000 units have better loading than the PlayStation Portable 1,000 units. And stuff that's digital copies, sometimes they load exactly the same, sometimes slower than the PSP 3000. There's no difference between, say, the Go and the PSP 3000 when it comes to loading. Except that, one doesn't have a hard drive. Sorry, one doesn't have a hard drive and one doesn't have the UMD slot. But I've got 20 gigs, a 20 gig stick in here, because I got the little MS Pro Duo thing that lets you put 2 SDHC cards in it. So yeah, I've got more space in here than a Go. But let's go on to video real quick. Before, when you used to get something on video, you had 3 options pretty much: DVD, UMD, and Blu-ray. I know that's kind of a bad example, but what they've done recently, what Sony's done, and I like them for this, I applaud them for this, is they've taken the idea of 3 separate markets for some of their later titles and combined them. Recently they released Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which comes with the Blu-ray, the DVD, and a digital copy for your PSP. The idea is that you open it up here and there's a little piece of paper which has a code on it, and you pop the Blu-ray into your PlayStation 3, and then there's an option on there to connect your PSP and download the digital copy off of the Blu-ray onto your PSP via a code that's on a piece of paper that's included with it. And I'm not showing you the code. And of course, there's the DVD for people who still have DVD players or DVD players in their car for their kids or whatnot. So this is your loan out copy, and this is your home copy, and then your digital copy, which you put on your PlayStation Portable, which is kind of nice. Overall, this is the type of stuff I'd like to see in the future with later Blu-ray releases, where you've got the Blu-ray, you've got the DVD, and if you have a PlayStation 3, you can download a digital copy for your PlayStation Portable 1000, 2000, 3000, or PlayStation Portable Go. Overall, that's pretty good. A little bit disappointed that they didn't put a lot of stuff on today for their update. I mean, seriously, 2 games? Seriously, that's bad. But they've got a whole year to work on whittling this stack down. They already surpassed it, and it only took them like over half a year. But yeah, they've just got to start whittling this one down. I'll be able to forgive, say, Lumens 1 and 2, and some more obscure titles, but certain stuff like, say, Star Ocean 1 and 2, Final Fantasy 2, that's a little bit... Come on, Square Enix, come on, Sony, give those up. But yeah, that's where we stand currently. That's the stack. Woo!